How's it going, Pokemon fans? CJ here from JollyMonz YouTube channel. It's my turn to bring you guys some videos for this week, and as you can see in the title, the thumbnail, and right here, we're doing Garbodor. I didn't really know what I wanted to do this week, so I figured why not go with what people have been saying is probably going to be the best deck. I don't know if it's for sure going to be the best deck. I'm doing this after recording the matches, so I've played with it a little bit. I see the power here. I don't know. There's really no way to tell, but this card will definitely be something in the format. There will be a Garbodor deck. I just don't know if it'll be the top tier deck or, whatever. So, 120 HP. The main attack we'll be looking at is Trashaland. Sorry about that. 1 Psychic Energy does 20 times the number of items in your opponent's discard pile. Now, as you know, we play a lot of items right now. It's a very item-based format. You can see that by how much Vileplume shuts us down when our opponent gets us online. I didn't actually play a Vileplume deck, but... Wait, did I? I don't remember. Anyways, 10 items, you're hitting 200 damage. And, it's not really that unrealistic for a person to go through 10 items pretty quickly. So, yeah. As the main attack we'll be using... Acid Spray can come in handy sometimes. I think I used it once or twice in my matches. Flip a coin. If as you discard an energy, attack to the opponent's active Pokemon, and it does 70 damage. So, not bad. But, that's just 3 of the cards in the 60. So, we can go over the rest of them. We do play 1 Garbotoxin Garbodor. We're playing, 4 Trubbish, so why not? Let's try to shut down some abilities. It wouldn't hurt. We also have Wobbuffet to shut down abilities. I think most decks at this point play at least 1 or 2 Wobbuffet. I can't really think of any that don't. I think Volcanion might not. But aside from that, most decks at the moment are playing at least 1 or 2 Wobbuffet. Now, one thing is, Garbodor isn't really that good at the beginning of the game. It usually takes a couple turns before you're doing enough damage to really, be doing any significant damage. So we usually want to start off with Tauros. There's 2 of them in the deck. 2 colorless energy for all the attacks. Horn attack to 60 damage. Rage 20 plus 10 more for each damage counter on him. And then Mad Bull, if you get 60 damage or more, you're one-shotting just about everything. 60 damage is, you're one-shotting everything with 180 HP. And this is what you usually want to, start off with. Force them to, put some damage on him. Make him do some attacks that they don't really want to do. Save your Garbodors for a couple turns later. We also have Tapu-Lele. 2 colorless energy, 20 damage, times the number of energy attached to it and the opposing Pokemon. So, not a bad attack. With Choice Band, this can do some pretty decent damage. Wonder Tag, though, is, I think, the main draw to it. You put it on the bench from your hand and search for a supporter. It's like, Tauros-GX, if any of y'all played back when that was legal. That was a fantastic card. The only thing holding it back was his HP, and, yeah, as you can see, 180 HP. Not holding this one back. And then we also have I almost forgot about Bunnelby. One thing that your opponents can do, especially in the mirror, is they can just not play items. And surprisingly, that kind of slows you down a lot, because at that point you're not really hitting them for any decent damage. But Bunnelby, you can use this. Not only can you burrow to discard the top card of your opponent's deck, but Rotiller actually comes in handy. So, if you are in the mirror and they already have a decent amount of items, but so do you, you can start using Rotiller to put your items back into your deck, and then they're not doing as much damage with their Garbodor as they are with or as you are to them with yours. So it kind of puts the damage trade a little bit more in your favor. When I first started playing, I didn't think this card would be that good, but it was surprisingly effective. It surprised me. I think this would be a good inclusion in the deck. And then, of course, one Shaman. Shaman's still good. We have Tapu-Lele, but Shaman is still good. There's just no way around it. And that's pretty much all the Pokemon. So now we'll go over here to the items. We'll start off with the supporters. Of course, 4 Sycamore, because, you know, Sycamore is just good. 3N, if you need to draw cards but you don't want to discard anything, if you're losing, you can put your opponent down to like 1 or 2 cards maybe, and slow them down a lot. This card is just one of those cards that goes in just about every single deck. 2 Lysander, same thing. Pick up something for an easy knockout. Pull up something with big retreat cost, try to stall a little bit. Get around an opponent's Wobbuffet if you have to. Hex Maniac. We still have Vileplume. Vileplume's not going away yet, not in rotation. So we got this to deal with item locks, and really just playing a first turn can slow down an opponent a lot because they can use Hoopas, Shamans, whatever to get them, you know, to get themselves going. So Hex Maniac, still a good card. The interesting supporters we play one of Teammates. I don't remember using it a lot, but when I did use it, it came in handy. Like it pretty much saved the game, I think. I could see taking this out, but I kind of like it. You know, we're doing a non-EX GX Pokemon, so we have a little bit lower HP. So we will be giving up some knockouts, especially with like the Bunnelby and all that. So I like this, but I can understand why some people might not play it. And then Ninja Boy, I think all the Garbodor decks are playing at least one Ninja Boy. Like you can play your Tapu-Lele, and you can put it back into the deck so that you can reuse it again to find another supporter. Or, you know, we're playing Tauros, so if something takes damage, you just Ninja Boy into Tauros and hit them with a Mad Bull and deal a lot of damage. So, yeah, I like this around the deck. I think some play 2, but I'm only using 1. I think I tried to put in a second one, but I just didn't know what to take out. So, yeah, we'll just keep going. Versus Seeker, of course. I think pretty much every deck except Vileplume plays it. I almost consider cutting this down. Okay, I consider going down to 3 via Seeker for another Ninja Boy, just because having one in the discard for via Seeker and then having one in the deck for Tapu-Lele to find, I thought might have been interesting. But I just went ahead and just kept going with 4 versus Seeker. The rest of the items, Field Blower. One thing that really makes this card useful is discarding tools puts more items in the opponent's discard. So like if your opponent has Float Stone, like not only does it get rid of like their damage with Choice Band, you know, gets rid of some HP with Field Blower, or just makes retreating harder, but there'll be more items in the discard for your Trashalanche. So Field Blower can make your attack do up to 40 more damage. So that's not bad. That's why we played 2 of them. Usually I would only play 1, but I think in Garbodor decks 2 or 3 is a good number. Rescue Stretcher. I'm really liking this card. It kind of works as a Super Rod, except it doesn't do energy, but it also gives you the chance to just put something back in your hand. So like if you have a Garbodor that just got knocked out and you have a Trubbish, but you for some reason just don't have another Garbodor, you can just bring it back with Rescue Stretcher, evolve it, and attack again. You can also just bring back your Tauros, your Lilies, whatever. I'm really liking this card. You know, I figured this card was going to be good, but I'm starting to like it better than I thought I originally would. Super Rod. We still want to get back our energy sometimes, and we are playing a lot of 1 prize attackers. So this allows us to get them back into the deck, because we can go for kind of a long time. So, 4 Ultra Balls. I love this card. I don't think I'll ever play a deck that doesn't have 4 Ultra Ball. This card is just fantastic. And then we got the tools. 3 Choice Band. It was 3, right? Yeah, 3 Choice Band. Makes Tapu-Lele do more damage. Well, and you mainly want to attack this to Tapu-Lele and Garbodor. Actually, attaching it to Tauros isn't that bad either. Horn Attack for 90 damage. That's a 2-shot on almost everything besides like Lapras and the Stage 2 GXs. But attaching this to a Tauros, it feels pretty nice. Because it forces them to deal with the Tauros or something's getting knocked out, like with 2 attacks. And then for Floatstone, we have a lot of stuff with heavy retreat costs in this deck. Garbodor has 3. I think Tauros has 3. I'll go back to it real quick. Yeah, Tauros has 3. I mean, Shaman has 1. The Bunnelby has 2. So we got a lot of stuff with some pretty fat retreat costs. I've seen some people do a copy of Altar of the Moon, or do like 3 of these in the deck, which I thought about doing, but in the end I just went with Floatstone because we also have the one of Garbotox and Garbodor. This really helps out because you can get that online and then still have the ability to retreat. If you just did Altar of the Moon, you would still need to put an item onto the Garbotox and Garbodor. Although I assume if you do Altar, you could just not play the Garbotoxin and just do 4 Trashalanche. So I think it just comes down to personal preference. I think I would keep doing the 3-1 Garbodor. I think the utility with Garbotoxin is just too good. And then for the energy, 4 DCE, because Tauros uses it, Tapu-Lele uses it. In a clutch, you can attach it to Garbodor to use I think it's Acid Spray, the 70 damage, flip a coin, if heads discard an energy. That can be pretty useful. And then, of course, 7 basic Psychic. Your main attacker uses just 1 Psychic energy. So we don't need too many energies, but we still want to make sure we see them. Plus, attaching extra energies to Tapu-Lele never hurts. Bunnelby uses the energies because it's just 1 colorless. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck. I thought the deck was sweet. I feel like maybe I misplayed it with it a little bit, but I definitely see that this deck is powerful. This card, like from what I've played and what I've read, this card is causing a lot of problems because, you know, we're a very heavy item based format. We just want to go play our cards as fast as we can and just get it over with quick. I don't know, I could see the format slowing down because of this card, people playing more supporters. So, well, hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I will see y'all whenever I play the games. Hopefully you enjoyed the deck profile. Leave a like if you did, share with all your friends, check out the links down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, stay jolly.